Alright, this is for Fox once again, and this is a request the same for Jade. And the name of this video is YouTube star gunned down by stalker, the Christina Grimmie recap. I thank you for this, but let's check it out.
First of all, I like to sing my heart out to lyrics that really speak to people. That's what YouTube star Christina Grimmie once told her fans, and it's what she did best.
I know who she is now, and I've seen a picture of her.
Was a bright, shining star until she became the target of a madman. Her rise to fame began with a YouTube
I remember
channel.
seeing this on the news actually a long time ago. It's so sad.
Prematurely in murder at the hands of one of her fans. In his darkened room, Kevin Loyville watched YouTube videos of Christina on repeat. He called her his soulmate.
Oh my god, yes, the guy who shot her?
Seen it in her. So why did he take her life?
Because he was a serial killer and a fucking crazy asshole.
Thanks for watching True Crime Recaps. I'm Chris. Christina's love of singing began early. She idolized young Disney stars and quickly discovered she also had serious talent. In July of 2009,
she did have serious talent.
15, Christina uploaded her first video to YouTube. It was a Hannah Montana cover of Don't Want to Be Torn. In the beginning, her videos featured her, an instrument, and a beige wall with a poster of Sonic the Hedgehog. But
that's awesome.
It wouldn't take long before people took notice.
I love Sonic 2 the Hedgehog, so I know.
A party in the USA, and soon she gained thousands, then millions of views and subscribers.
Wow.
Selena Gomez's mother
13 years ago.
Christina in 2011, and she and her husband became her managers. The budding star would go on to sing backup vocals for Selena, who became her mentor in the biz and also her close friend. Christina opened for Selena and even toured with her. In 2014, she won over a nation when she auditioned for the popular singing competition, The Voice. During her blind audition, she gave a memorable performance of Miley Cyrus's Wrecking Ball. And
oh, wow. I actually like that song.
One even called her a baby Celine Dion. She made it all the way to third place, and along the way she gained an even wider audience, and it was obvious she was poised for stardom. She continued to win awards, appear on talk shows, and perform in competitions, including Ellen and Dancing with the Stars.
Wow.
She relished in creating her own music. Her rise was just beginning, and as her star grew brighter, more and more eyes were on her, including the man who would ultimately kill her. 27-year-old Kevin Loyville bought a ticket for her concert in Orlando, Florida. Traveling from St. Petersburg, Florida to Orlando by taxi, Kevin was packing a hunting knife and 2 legally purchased handguns, along with...
Did he go to her concert? Because people in concerts usually check your fucking pockets for weapons and shit. Are you telling me they didn't check his fucking pockets? That's what got her...
2 extra magazines of ammunition. Early on the morning of June 10th, 2016, Christina posted on social media inviting fans to attend the show that night. Kevin took her up on that. His bags were not checked when he entered the venue, nor was he frisked. There were no metal detectors. Concertgoers later reported that only superficial checks were being done, mainly to prevent outside food and drink from making their way into the venue. Kevin was able to enter fully armed with a hunting knife strapped to his ankle. He wore a new
That's insane.
Jeans and a black baseball cap. The show went off without a hitch. Afterward, Christina went to a meet and greet with her fans while her brother worked her merchandise table. At around 10:30 p.m., she was signing autographs. Little did she know that her killer was inching closer and closer to her in line. Witnesses later described Kevin as nervous and creepy. When it was finally his turn to meet his idol, Christina opened her arms for a hug. Instead, she got 3 bullets to the head and chest. Christina
Jesus Christ.
Her brother jumped over the merchandise table and tackled Kevin, but the killer managed to break free and shoot himself too. He died instantly. 1 second, the young star was basking in the love from her fans. The next second, 2 bodies are on the floor. Barely 30 minutes after she'd been shot, Christina was pronounced dead. The only question left to ask was why.
Yeah, why?
Had no arrest record, no history of violence. He had no run-ins with the law, apart from a single domestic disturbance in 2014 involving his father's girlfriend, but he was never charged. According to Kevin's family, he had never been diagnosed with mental illness. but he was a loner. Some described him as antisocial. He worked part-time at Best Buy. His supervisor told police that Kevin worked in the back of the store, did not interact with customers, and was socially awkward and detached. If he wasn't at work, he rarely left his room. Police tried to check his computer, but it was broken. They figured he intentionally destroyed it. His phone was also encrypted to prevent police from extracting data. And
Wow.
they didn't find anything strange on Christina's devices, which suggests that he never wrote to her or threatened her. If he did, no one knew about it. His deadly obsession was his alone. Sort of.
This is so messed
Kevin's
up.
one friend, a guy named Corey, knew Kevin was a superfan. At least 6 months before the murder, maybe even for as long as a year, Kevin watched anything Christina was in. He followed her social media accounts despite not having any himself. He
What a
watched
creep.
hours of her videos on YouTube. He told everyone he was an atheist, but he told Corey that Christina's faith had helped him see the world in a different way. He said that if there was a God, he had seen it in her. Corey
Oh
wasn't
my
the
God.
only one to have noticed the obsession.
Oh my
So
God.
did Kevin's co-workers. Many of his colleagues made statements to the police saying he was obsessed with the singer and would become angry and defensive when they asked him about it. But Kevin had a future with the rising star in mind. He got LASIK surgery and hair plugs to make himself more attractive to her. He even lost 50 pounds.
Oh
About
my
2 months
God.
before the murder, Corey confronted Kevin about his unhealthy obsession, but Kevin would not acknowledge anything was wrong. He insisted they were soulmates and threatened to end his friendship with Corey if he didn't back off. He never threatened to hurt Christina or himself, and he never said a word about shooting her. During their last conversation before the murder-suicide, Kevin told Corey, "I love you, brother," and said he was tired and ready to ascend.
Wow.
That definitely doesn't sound like a man standing on solid mental ground.
Yeah.
Kevin legally bought 2 handguns days before he went to the meet and greet. His family had no idea. They said he lived like a hermit and couldn't stand the light. He even covered the windows in his room with aluminum foil to keep the light out. According to his father, he didn't even like loud noises and often wore earplugs. None of them knew about his sick obsession with Christina. Kevin
It is a sick obsession, for
We
sure.
might never know what made him shoot her. Some killer fans think that in death they'll be with the object of their obsession. Or maybe this was a case of taking her life if he couldn't have her love. But we do know that her brother might have saved other lives that night when he tackled him instead of diving for cover. Kevin had a lot of ammunition on him. Who knows what his grand plan was? But one thing's for sure, he didn't plan on leaving there alive. On his body, they found a flyer for a burial service offering to spread one's remains around the base of a tree. They found the same flyer in his room. It's always tragic when a young life is cut short, but it's even more heartbreaking when that life had so much potential.
Yeah.
Christina's brutal death was a shock to the world, and her fans are still mourning the loss of this rising star.
Damn, that
That's your recap.
Thanks for hanging out with us today.
If you like getting all the crime in half the time, go ahead and tap that subscribe button and the bell so you never miss a story.
We're here Wednesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays, but don't go away. Catch up on more recaps right here, right now.
Until next time, take care.
Man, that was just some screwed up shit, man. I mean, the fact that she died because some weirdo was obsessed with her, and he... Yeah, it just goes to show people, we never know what's happening behind closed doors. I mean, you never know what's happening in the world out there. It's a scary place. That's why whenever I go to my horror conventions or stuff like that, I make sure to stay with my mom or stay with my uncle and not go out running without an adult, because you never know what's going to happen at these places, man. Yeah. So guys, so with that said, thank you for watching. Take care. I might or might not upload another video, but I don't know. I've got a big headache, but yeah. If I film another video, have a good noon night wherever you guys are. I'll see you guys next video. Peace out, y'all. It's always a pleasure. Bye-bye.